Your top 5 shipping questions answered in this video. Check it out. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping in. Welcome to the Thrift Union video. My name's Kevin. And of course, if you're new here, don't forget hit the subscribe button, notification icon, and please check out some of the things down below that help us selling on eBay here on a daily basis. And of course, if you like the content, don't forget, give us a thumbs up. So today what we're going to go over is shipping. We thought the easiest way to go over this would be just to answer some of the questions, or the top questions that we get in regards to shipping. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to go over the top 5 questions. So let's jump right into it. All right, so the first question that we get all the time is whether we charge shipping or if we offer free shipping. So right off the bat, we do paid shipping, so we charge shipping. Within Canada, the shipping is so expensive, it'd be really difficult for us to roll the cost into shipping without getting a huge sticker shock for the buyers out there when they look at it. It's hard for us to roll, that additional $10 to $15 to even $20 into a price, whereas our neighbors to the south of us do have a little advantage when it comes to shipping because it is slightly cheaper. Well, I shouldn't say slightly, a lot cheaper, that they can roll the price of shipping into the cost of the item, and you really don't see that much of a difference for us. And then we got to roll an additional $10 to up to $20 into shipping. Just makes it real difficult. You can't really make a $10 item into a $30 item. For us, it just doesn't seem that the buyer is going to see that and buy it. Just doesn't seem that good of a deal, even though it's including the free shipping. So for us, what we would do is we would charge the $10, and then we charge the shipping as well. So the next question that we get is, what option do we use? So we use flat rate, whether it's going within Canada or the US, we use the flat rate option. If they're an international buyer, what they have to do is just send us a question asking if we do ship. We do ship worldwide, so we'll ship anywhere. If we do get the request, what we'll do is we'll get the actual dimensions of the item and the weight, and then we'll get an actual quote, and then we'll send that to the buyer, and then they can make the decision whether they want to buy or not. If they do go with it, then what we would do, if it is one of the countries that you can select, we would actually enable that country and then add the shipping to that item at that time. So next question that we get is, what do we charge? So essentially, again, we use flat rate, and the way it breaks down for us is anything that is up to 500 grams. For example, your shirts and your small electronics, we charge a regular parcel of $10.99, and then we have an expedited option of $12.99. Now, regardless of the option that is selected, we ship everything expedited. Because it's actually cheaper. So again, on the smalls, anything up to 500 grams, and I believe the maximum dimensions on that as well, to keep you in that price range, is up to 30 by 30 by 30, and that's in centimeters. I believe it's a total of 90 centimeters total, and up to 500 grams. So again, we would ship, we'd offer 2 options. They have the regular parcel of $10.99 and then an expedited option of $12.99. Then for anything that is over 500 grams within those same dimensions as well, so like jeans and sweaters, things of that nature, we would charge a $12.99 for a regular parcel and then $14.99 for the expedited. And then when we get into anything that is over that 500 grams and up to actually up to a kilogram, or over a kilogram, excuse me, and that would be shoes and things that are slightly heavier. So with shoes, we charge a flat rate of $14.99 for regular parcel, and then for expedited we charge $16.99. Now of course there are some shoes that are lighter, so in that scenario we would just step it down a notch, and we charge roughly we would charge the $12.99 for regular parcel, and then the $14.99 for expedited. All right, so now when it comes to the flat rate again, whether it is Canada or the US, so for Canada it is regular parcel are the 2 options that we allow, and it's one of the 2 options. So we do regular parcel and Canada Post expedited. Now when it comes to the US, essentially we offer small packet air, and then a small track packet. And again, this is going to be based on the size. Now when it comes to the US, if you're doing small packet air, which is generally how we send most things to the US, unfortunately it doesn't come with tracking. So you do run the risks there of an item going missing. Now, knock on wood, this doesn't happen often where we get complaints where buyers are saying they haven't received their package. It's quite rare when you use the small packet air that they state that they've never received their item. So that is one of the risks when you're trying to ship on the cheap, so to speak, using Canada Post to the US. If you do want tracking to the US, that's when it's going to be a little more expensive. Generally, you're looking at $15 to $19 immediately for a tracked option when it comes to just sending regular smalls like shirts, small electronics, and jeans as well. So you do run that risk of sending things untracked to the US. For us, it's not too big of a risk. We've sent numerous items and very little items gone missing. So again, we charge for shipping. We use the flat rate option, and then depending on the weight of the item, anything up to 500 grams, and then the next cutoff is over 500 grams up to 1 kilogram, and then anything over 1 kilogram. Now, who do we use? That was the next question, is what carrier do we use? We ship everything 100% with Canada Post. And if you're not signed up for their small business account, make sure you do. We'll link it down below. It offers a discount on anything you ship. It's 100% free to sign up. So highly recommend that you sign up for that as well. And of course, the more you ship with Canada Post, the higher or the larger the discounts you get. We're level 4 discount rate, I believe, is the highest with Canada Post. So we do get a bit of a break when it comes to the pricing as well. Now the final question that we get, does shipping eat into your profits? And that question is really common. We hear that a lot. And the answer for that is yes and no. So depending on the item and depending where it's going, there is instances where yes, it does eat into the profits. Now, even when that happens, because you should be paying so low, or your cost of goods should be really low, you should be able to build in a bit of a buffer to allow, when it does end up costing you more than what you're quoting or what you're charging for shipping, that you're still going to earn a pretty good profit when it comes to shipping the item out once all is said and done. And then, of course, there are times where we will make a couple bucks and we don't have to do anything. Ends up being cheaper than expected. And again, it's going to be, if it happens to be a really light item and it's really small. Now, generally up into 500 grams, when you're in that regular type parcel, doesn't matter. It's the weight that will change the cost. So again, if it ends up being, a lighter weight item when we were charging the $10.99 and it ends up costing us, $8 and change, then, we make $1 or $2. So yeah, it really depends when it comes to whether it ends up costing more than what we charged. Again, it's going to depend on the actual item itself and where that item ends up going. So those were the top 5 questions that we get when it comes to shipping. Again, first question, do we charge for shipping or do we offer free shipping? So in that regards, again, we do paid. And then what option do we use on eBay? We use the flat rate option. And just to quickly recap, the third question was, what do you charge? And again, items under 500 grams, we do regular parcel $10.99, expedited $12.99. Anything over 500 grams up to 1 kilogram, we'll charge $12.99 regular parcel and $14.99 expedited parcel. And then anything over 1 kilogram, and this is going to be subjective. There are times where we have to charge more because it's just going to cost more. But rough idea is shoes, anything over 1 kilogram, we charge $14.99 for the regular parcel, and then $16.99 for expedited. And then again, what carrier do we use? We ship everything 100% Canada Post. And then the fifth question again is, does the cost of shipping eat into your profits? And the answer to that was yes and no. And again, that depends on the item and where the item is going. So that's it. Just a quick recap of the questions that we get frequently asked in regards to shipping. So I hope that clarifies a bit of the shipping for us here in Canada. If you do have any other questions or would like some more specifics, please ask them down below in the comments and we'll do our best to get back to you. And again, thanks for stopping in. Hope you enjoyed the content. And if you did, don't forget, give us a thumbs up and take care. Have a good one.